Energy medicine therapies. Wow, now we're really getting hot topic stuff here. Energy medicine is a huge subject. It's been around since time began. There are so many different systems of thinking of the body in an energetic sense. Originally, trained as a physio, then the next discipline that I studied was traditional Chinese medicine, which of course has its roots from an Eastern perspective very much in energy and qi, as the Chinese would have called it. Yes, there's Western science around that, but it's always been lacking for me. They've always tried to explain it purely in terms of pain and pain blocking modalities, and oh, I'm sorry, but that would rather imply that acupuncture is only useful to manage pain, and well, how does it treat eczema? How does it treat anything else? And a lot of the NHS has said, well, it doesn't, and we're not using it for that. It's for pain and pain alone, because that's where the Western research is. There's no doubt that acupuncture is highly effective in the research for the management of many conditions. But I believe that really to understand it, anybody that's good at acupuncture has to understand traditional Chinese medicine principles rather than Western acupuncture principles alone. If we look at other systems and the energy centers, and anybody who's been involved in yoga and martial arts will know about the hara, and the science here is, we've got the gut, we've got the nervous system around the heart, we've got the brain, but there are these other energy centers, and they can overlap with the diaphragms in the fascial system the more we look at it. Again, at the recent trauma conference, Bessel van der Kolk, in discussion with Rangan Chatterjee, I think, said something which I just nodded quietly to. He said, when you work with trauma, you come in contact with a life force. And I thought, yeah, you really do. I know exactly what you mean. You really do. And what is this life force? There is a life force in the being, and I can tell you that it is palpable outside of the body. We can all feel that. We know when someone's coming into our personal space. We can feel someone walking into our space in a coffee shop queue. We know they're there, and we haven't just heard it. Animals feel it. We have it. It's there when we open our minds to accept that even if we can't necessarily fully understand it, research it, prove it, it is an experience. Chatting with a colleague that worked for me many years ago, he was very entrenched in the evidence-based model, which is fine. We must look at the evidence, but there's a balance of practice-based evidence and evidence-based practice. And I was trying to help him a little bit broaden and move into different ways of thinking and approaches to help him grow. And he just said to me, yeah, but where's the evidence? And I said, could you answer me a question? He said, yeah, sure. I said, do you love your mother? He said, yeah, sure I do. I said, prove it. It's an experience. Are you going to deny it? Do you love your children? Yes. Okay. Can I prove it? No. So what doesn't exist? Come on. Science is always behind what is. Science is the pursuit of understanding. It is not that something doesn't exist unless we have proved it to exist. That's ridiculous. Have some humility. Science is in the pursuit of understanding, and by definition that word means behind. Now, if we're going to be pioneering, then we need to be ahead of what we currently understand. Yeah. So energy medicine. There are various forms. It can be there in reflexology, Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, all forms of touch therapy, any psychotherapeutic realm, any intervention between two human beings actually has energy taking place within it. It doesn't need to be labeled as an energy form of energy medicine. If you're in psychotherapy, you're in energy medicine. If you are with a friend talking about a grief, you're in energy medicine. If you've got hands being in contact with you with an attuned person that can feel where restrictions in the body might be, you're in energy medicine. The heart math and people like that have done amazing work looking at energy fields, giving some robust science that says, look, we can't argue any longer that energy is some woo-woo term that doesn't exist. No longer can we say that. But in the end, everything leads to everything, and we stop worrying about what we want to call it, and we just meet the person where they are. I learned a long time ago, and I teach to my colleagues now, get out of the habit of having a plan of what you think you're going to do with that patient when they walk through the door, because I guarantee you, if you think you've got a plan when they walk through the door, they'll blow it out of the water. Particularly when you're in the realm of complex chronic pain. You have to be adaptable, and what you have to do is you have to meet that person, and you meet their energy where they are and their problems where they are, because you can think, oh, I was going to do this. It happened to me the other day. I thought we got a game plan where we were going to do some physical work with this chap, and he came out, scratch that. We're not doing that. Okay, I don't mind. And to be able to flow with the river, yeah, in and of itself is matching the energy of the patient where they're at, rather than in trying to impose on. And that's what so much medicine says we do to people. I don't do anything to people, I do it with them. Yeah, together we do that. And a dance, and it's beautiful, and you can feel it. And it's so much gentler and so much more organic. And I love it. Hi, I'm Roger. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons.